evening and welcome to what promises to be a very interesting, stimulating and inspiring event. My name, surprise, surprise, is Gai Barlow. And the history behind my name is that, because who would call their, well, I shouldn't be rude, but most people don't call their people gay anymore. My mother's middle name was Gai, and her mother's first name was Grace, but they called her Gai. Generations back, so it went. My daughter is pregnant, she's having a boy, but she's never calling her daughter that she might have Gai. Or Grace, she might go for Grace. Anyway, the Skincare Clinic is the major sponsor of tonight's event, which we're very proud to be. The Skincare Clinic is a nurse-run aesthetic clinic. We base what we do on science, not trends, and we take a holistic approach to how we look after people's skins. I'm coming back later in the evening to talk to you about skin, but for the moment I just want to welcome you. You may be wondering, why would an aesthetic clinic sponsor a memory improvement course? Well, the answer lies in, why are you all here tonight? Did you come because you're just curious? Did you come because you can never, as we've learned just now, put a name to a face? Do you lose things all the time? Do you always have to use the sat-nav in order to figure out where to go because you can't remember past 3 corners reading a map? Do you want to be able to recite pi to 100 places for your friends? Have you noticed lately that maybe your mind isn't quite as sharp as what it used to be, what you would like it to be? And maybe you're just a little bit worried. Or have you actually learnt, there's a few nods around on that one, have you actually learnt or heard that there are tools that you can learn that will actually help your brain to work generally better, as well as help your memory? These are tools that you can use now that will help you to age more happily, more healthily, and more wisely. So what's my story? Well, I heard about this wonderful course, this webinar, that I did maybe 3 months ago. And it was a memory about how to improve, it was a course, a webinar on how to improve your memory. I had free time, I listened to it, I signed up to the 6-week course. I didn't feel that there was anything majorly wrong with my mind. I didn't actually feel there was much wrong with my memory. Can't remember what it is. But I actually felt that it would be, I was curious. I was also a little bit sceptical. So I did the 6-week course. Week 1, we mastered 20 words in about 10 minutes, and I thought, maybe there's something in these tools that we're learning. Week 2, for homework, we had to learn the complete works of Charles Dickens. Now, I probably knew 3 of them. So I put aside an entire Saturday afternoon thinking this is going to be really hard. I had it done and dusted in 30 minutes using the tools that Bill teaches, a lot of which you'll learn tonight. The easiest tool and the most obvious tool that you will learn will have you gobsmacked because it is so simple. What happened after week 3 was that I noticed changes happening in my mind. Because I'm a really busy person, I operate by lists. So I write everything down that I need to remember. And I feel like my brain is constantly full of these lists. And what I noticed after 3 weeks was that these lists were like screwed up pieces of paper in my head were starting to unfold. They were starting to be flattened out. They were starting to be sorted and organised and filed away. It was actually quite an extraordinary thing to notice that your head is functioning differently. I also go to uni and I study online as well. And with this extra clarity of mind, I was actually able to focus more on my studies as well as my business, which is a really busy little clinic, as well as my personal life. I'm a mum, I'm a grandma, I have a life just like everybody else. My friends all say that I'm extraordinarily busy, and that's why I wrote all my lists. But now these were organised into my head's filing system. As part of my uni course 4 years ago, I signed up for the Menzies Centre Wicking project. Now, that's a long-term research for the over 50s who do higher level study with the idea that they'll learn how to prevent Alzheimer's. Now, this means that every year I go along for cognitive testing. I kind of resent the time. I like the cause and I want to be a part of it, but because I'm so busy, I think there goes a whole day and I'm exhausted at the end of it. I'm usually tied up with them for about 5 hours. This year I thought, is it going to be any different? I've done this course. My brain feels different. Let's see how it goes. I was out of that place in under 3 hours. I flew through all the tests and even the maths was easier. I'm not a numbers person at all, and it was like it was 3rd grade maths again. I'm sure it was only 6th grade, but you know, that's me and my maths ability. I really feel that it was down to the 6 weeks that I did and learning the tools that Bill teaches. So tonight, for whatever reason that you're here, I think you'll gain something. It may not be what you expect. It may not be something tangible. It will certainly be worthwhile and it'll get you thinking. I'll see you later in the evening. In the meantime, sit back, relax and learn. Thank you.